This video is to show you the three parts that make up the right-hand side of your student portal. So this is course progress, student account information, and student support services. Now your screen may look a little bit different as we're always evolving over time. Additionally, you'll see at the top this black banner. That's something that us administrators have. It is not something that you would have access to. So just ignore that. And I'm sorry to add further distraction. So let's go ahead and look here at course progress. So obviously you have all of your courses listed here, and I happen to be registered as a 2021 student. So that's its own thing. All of the portals have the cohort that you're involved in, or they'll say rolling admissions if you're not in a cohort yet. But here we have the main thing. So we have all of your courses, and then we have these three parts: course progress, student account information, and student support services, as well as these items here on the bottom. For right now, we're going to look at course progress. So you can go into any course. This one, for example, I'm not enrolled in yet, so I click on that, and then it pulls it up, gives all the information, and I would enroll in a course that way. I am already enrolled in this course right here, so I'm going to click on that for now. So I want to show you what a course looks like when you're already enrolled. And you can see how all of the courses are a little different. This depends on who the educator is and everything they want you to know about the course. But perhaps more importantly, if we go down here, you can see all of the different weeks worth of courses. Let me get rid of that there. So as you complete a course, a unit, I should say, every time you complete a lesson or a unit or a week of that course, you'll see these little checkbox will light up green. And I haven't done this course yet. I've just enrolled, so you don't see any of those green check marks there. That is one way to know how you're progressing through a course. But as you look here, you don't see that. It's not immediately in front of you. So another thing you can do is you can go to course progress. I'm going there for a particular reason. We're starting with this. So in course progress, you can see which courses you have completed or not, and how many steps or how many weeks or how many lessons you've done. Right here in this sort of black bold text, it will show you your cumulative credits, and this updates. So right now, if I were a student, I'd be at 2 out of 40 necessary credits. So ouch. I'm not very far ahead, am I? You can see all these courses I've enrolled in, but I just haven't completed very many. But here is one that I have. So Adult Jewish Education Independent Study number 2. So you can see what I've completed and what I haven't. So there were 2 quizzes. That first quiz I only got a 50% on. The second quiz I got a 100%, and because of how that course is structured, that was enough for me to complete it. So that's just an example there. Let's find another example. Master course on Hasidism. So you go here, you can see 100% completed. And that's that. I have further courses that I'm enrolled in. I can go down here, and this will show me further courses as I go sort of throughout it. So here you go. Here's more courses. Of course, I haven't completed these, so it doesn't matter. But that's what the course progress page is. It's being able to go and see individually how far I am in each course. Okay, so that's that. If I want big picture to understand this, the cumulative credits, I can go to my transcript. And this is probably what you're going to use more often. Instead of constantly looking at course progress, you're going to focus more on my transcript. I personally think that this is the easier way of doing it. So every time you look at your transcript, it updates the date. So today is August 5th. You can see how many courses I've completed. Now it says out of 49 courses. Those are the number of courses I've enrolled in. You can enroll in 100 courses if you want. If I was, it would say that I've completed 2 out of 100. Courses is not what matters. Credits is what matters. And that's why over here you can see credits. You can see courses that I haven't started yet. You can see Master Course on Hasidism right there, completed on August 31st of 2020, 1 credit. Okay? And if you scroll down, you reach the obvious conclusion. Here's another one. That's that independent study class, and I got 1 credit there. My total credits is 2. And again, we say your cumulative credits are blank out of 40. This is a little transcript guide, so if you're a student who is in a cohort and you need help sort of thinking through how many classes you should take, when you should complete them, etc., etc., this is the way to help you with that. So 21 credits of electives, the 3 innovation credits, and the 16 academic courses. So boom, 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 that equals 40. So that's what you want, is something like this. Now, with the academic courses, you have to complete those in those quarters. So you can't really schedule out, well, I'll do 1 here, and then I'll do, 3 credits in quarter 3, because it is consistently 2 classes each time. Okay, but you can do that over here with electives and innovation. I just happen to choose this because I think that it makes sense. I did the same thing with the innovation program, which I run, to kind of give you a sense of spreading these things out. Some people wait to the last minute, right? They'll not do much here, and then they'll do everything here. Some people are enrolling admissions, so they haven't even started a quarter yet, and they've already done half their electives. So it just depends on how you want to schedule things. But that's how these 2 parts work. So course progress tells you what's going on in a course. My transcript gives you the bigger picture. I'm going to skip student account information right now and go right to student support services. So we have a series of support services here. We have the student handbook, which we'll go over in another video, the bookstore, and the student calendar. So let me show you the student calendar. For some reason, I've decided to show you the last links before the first ones. So here's your program calendar. This happens to just be the 2022 academic courses. It lists the dates of those. Okay, and this is for a different cohort right here. Okay, so you can see all of the courses scheduled out for all the different cohorts. And then if you scroll down to the bottom, this is our closed dates. So these are dates when we are not operating. We do not have anything going on during that time, okay? So you can see all of those dates, of course, all the Jewish holidays. We have American secular holidays as well. So all of that is there for you that you can go on ahead and put down in your personal calendars. So PRS is closed for Shabbat, for Jewish holidays, and American federal holidays. We do know that there are students outside this country who have their own holidays, and those are things you just have to speak to your educators about if that's at all relevant. I should also say for PRS, in terms of our approach to holidays, we do observe the second day of Chag. So any holidays that add an extra day, which is a lot of them, we add an extra day. Okay, the student bookstore is where we keep all of the different links to all of the different books that you might need. Some classes, we don't have the books for those. Those are going to be put inside of the course itself, and the bookstore is updated on a regular basis. So those books are things that you can get from Amazon, you can get them from wherever. We have some links to them, but inside each individual class, so in an elective or whatever, if there's a book that needs to be bought, it will be included in there and or in the bookstore. So I'll show you briefly the student handbook. So this is a Google Doc, which again I'll go through in a different video. Okay, so you can see we update for the different cohort years. And we have basic elements here. These are the policies that you're sort of told in advance. They're on the website, things like that, but we want to make sure that you have all of that as well. So all of this, again, we'll go over in another video. But we do have that student handbook, and it's important to look through it. Okay, let's talk about financial information, because this is the thing that confuses a lot of students. So we have 3 parts here. So we have your account, we have your payments, and we have your billing information. We're going to look at account first, so we're going to kind of buck the trend here. Okay. In terms of how you pay, we call this a membership. Okay, so the payment plan that this student, me as a pretend student, has is the annual plan. Okay, and then we have something called the explanation of that plan. So this is a little unique because I'm an administrator, so I have a free plan so that I can go in and administer the website. So you're going to have to sort of extend your imagination a little bit. But the payment plan that I'm listed at, if I was a student, is annual. So that means I pay once a year, right? I pay annually. So you make two payments and that's it. Then we have the explanation of the plan. So the explanation of the plan quite literally explains what that plan is. Okay, so annual, so where it says free here, instead it would say that you make one payment and then another. So that would be the explanation of the plan. Okay, that's it. Okay, so sometimes people think that the explanation of the plan is supposed to update or something like that. It's supposed to tell you the number of payments left and things like that. That is not what that does. It only explains what this plan is. Should you need to change your plan, you can go right here to view all membership options, and that will allow you to go from annual to semi-monthly to quarterly to whatever you would like. Please let us know if you are going to make those changes because we will have to do a little bit of work on our end to make sure you don't get overbilled. Okay, you have your account. Every student has a profile. Most students don't actually do much with that, so I'm actually going to skip that. You can change your password, all of that from right here. You can log out of the website from here if you'd like, though again, most students don't. What most students are interested in is this part, which is past invoices. So this shows every payment that you have made because as an administrator, as someone who's a tech geek, the times when I have invoices, it's because I was working on the website and was running these payments just to make sure that the system works. So you can actually see the progress of us working on the website right there. December 17th and 18th were busy days when we were testing the payment systems to make sure they worked. So the invoices show payments that you have paid. They are past invoices. They are not things that are due. They are invoices from the past, okay? So here, December 18th. In this case, it wasn't a level, so maybe that's a little different. Maybe I'll talk about these instead. Annual, quarterly, one time, etc., etc. These amounts are obviously not reflective of what those levels would be, right? So annual would be something like $9,000, $10,000 a year. Okay, and the status, of course, will always say paid because, again, these are things you have paid. If any of that's confusing, you can go right here and we have an explanation of my account. It will explain all of that in different words. We know some of our students' English is a second language, and so this stuff can get a little bit frustrating. So we've tried to lay it out in as many different ways as possible. If you view current and past payments, it's going to show you this, right? It's going to show you this in a much larger way, okay? And then billing information. So billing information is a little bit different than your account. Billing information allows you to change your credit card, debit card, sort of things like that. Again, because I'm an administrator, I don't quite have that, but I can show you this. So because I have been a student for more than 2 years, it says that my subscription, which is another way of saying membership, is not recurring, so I don't need to update my billing information, right? Because I've already paid. It's already done. But all of that's there. Again, we're happy to help you with any of this, but you really do have the ability to handle this on your own and to really kind of understand what you've paid, how much is due, all of that. And we're always tinkering with this a little bit to try to make it a little bit more self-explanatory.